Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. I'm excited to share with you the 15 most anticipated games coming to Nintendo Switch and the upcoming Switch 2. These are the titles that have me counting down the days until release. Some are brand new adventures, others are beloved classics getting modern makeovers, but all of them look absolutely incredible. Let's jump right into our countdown. Trails in the Sky First Chapter is making its long-awaited debut on Nintendo Switch with a full remake, set to launch on September 19th, 2025. Originally a beloved JRPG classic, this updated version keeps the heart of the story intact while refreshing it with modern visuals, smoother controls, and refined combat. The adventure follows Estelle Bright and her adoptive brother Joshua as they begin their training to become bracers, protectors who take on missions across the Liberal Kingdom. Along the way, their journey evolves from simple tasks into a deeper narrative that weaves together personal growth, political intrigue, and the bonds they form with the people they meet. The remake respects the original's pacing, giving players time to explore towns, take on quests, and enjoy a world that feels grounded and lived in. With an emphasis on character-driven storytelling and strategic turn-based battles, Trails in the Sky First Chapter offers both newcomers and longtime fans a polished entry point into one of the most acclaimed RPG series now arriving on Switch. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles is set to release on September 30th, 2025, bringing the tactical RPG classic back to Nintendo Switch in a form that bridges old and new. This edition includes two ways to experience the game: an enhanced version with fully voiced dialogue, refined visuals, quality of life features like autosave and fast forward options, and even adjustable difficulty settings, and a classic version that preserves the original look and mechanics while using the War of the Lions translation. The story unfolds in Ivalice, a kingdom shaken by political unrest following the death of its king, and follows Ramza Biyolv as he becomes entangled in the conflict. Battles retain the grid-based strategy system, giving players room to experiment with jobs, skills, and tactical choices. The Switch version arrives on cartridge with a free upgrade path to the Switch 2 version, making it accessible to players on both consoles. It's a faithful yet refreshed way to step back into one of Square Enix's most influential strategy RPGs.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty.
Heavens fall upon your crown!
This vile charade has gone on long enough. It ends now.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is set to launch on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 on November 14th, 2025, marking the long-awaited return of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. Developed by Spike Chunsoft and powered by Unreal Engine 5, the game focuses on large-scale 3D battles that let players unleash fast-paced combos, energy blasts, and transformations in expansive arenas. The roster features more than 180 fighters spanning Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, and classic movie characters, each with their own techniques and movesets. Multiplayer options include local matches supporting up to 6 players, as well as online battles for competitive play. The Switch version also makes use of motion controls, allowing players to perform iconic moves with Joy-Con gestures. Alongside its cinematic presentation, the game emphasizes strategic use of transformations and timing to outplay opponents. With its massive lineup and modern gameplay upgrades, Sparking Zero is positioned as one of the biggest Dragon Ball releases to arrive on Switch this year.
To allow you to play an enhanced version on the Nintendo Switch 2 console. By connecting your Nintendo Switch 2 console to the internet and downloading the update, characters and backgrounds will appear with improved clarity and richer detail. As a point of caution when
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set to arrive on Nintendo Switch in 2026, bringing the iconic archaeologist's latest adventure to Nintendo's audience. Set in 1937, the game takes place between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, following Indy after a theft at Marshall College draws him into a mystery surrounding a series of ancient sites, linked by what is called the Great Circle. Built with a cinematic approach, the game is primarily played from a first-person perspective, but shifts to third-person for moments like whip swinging, climbing, and scripted sequences. The whip is more than just a weapon. It doubles as a traversal tool to cross gaps and solve environmental challenges. Players can expect a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, stealth, and combat, with levels offering multiple paths and opportunities to approach situations differently. With its globe-spanning narrative and varied gameplay design, the Switch 2 release will let players step directly into Indy's shoes for an immersive adventure.
I could change the course of history. You're messing with powers beyond your control.
You should know by now. I am always.
Hades 2 is set to launch on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 in late 2025, bringing the next chapter of Supergiant Games' acclaimed roguelike saga to consoles. Players step into the role of Melinoe, the princess of the underworld and sister to Zagreus, who must confront Kronos, the Titan of Time, navigating a perilous, myth-inspired world filled with enemies, hazards, and hidden paths. The game builds on the first installment's combat, introducing new weapon styles, upgraded abilities, and expanded interactions with characters, while retaining the procedural generation that ensures each run is unique. Environments are varied and dynamic, requiring both strategic choices and quick reflexes. The Switch 2 version targets 60 frames per second with enhanced visuals, while the original Switch version offers a complete, optimized experience. With its combination of tactical combat, exploration, and narrative depth, Hades 2 invites players to experience a fresh yet familiar journey through the underworld, maintaining the series' balance of challenge and accessibility.
Come then, agent of change, and show me what I know you can do.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 this winter, taking players into the events of the Imprisoning War long before the timeline of Tears of the Kingdom. The game lets players assume the roles of key figures such as Princess Zelda, King Rauru, and other legendary heroes, as they confront the forces of Ganondorf across Hyrule. Battles are conducted in the series' signature Musou style, where players face large hordes of enemies while strategically navigating expansive battlefields. New gameplay elements, including mysterious machinery and environmental interactions, add layers of strategy to the fast-paced combat. The story is fully integrated into the official Zelda timeline, offering context for the kingdom's history and the origins of its key conflicts. With large-scale combat, multiple playable characters, and a focus on exploration and tactics, Age of Imprisonment combines narrative depth with action-oriented gameplay, giving both longtime fans and newcomers a chance to experience a pivotal chapter in Hyrule's past on the Switch 2. Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D Remake is scheduled to launch on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 on October 30th, 2025, bringing the first two entries of the legendary Erdrick trilogy into a modernized form while preserving their classic turn-based gameplay. Developed by Square Enix and ArtThink, the remake uses the HD 2D art style to combine retro pixel charm with detailed environments, giving each town, dungeon, and battlefield a fresh visual identity. Both games feature quality-of-life improvements, including objective markers, auto-battle options, and a guidance system in Dragon Quest II that suggests effective spells and abilities against enemies. Players will explore expansive overworlds, solve puzzles, and engage in strategic combat while following the journeys of Erdrick's descendants across multiple connected storylines. The remake balances nostalgia and accessibility, letting longtime fans relive the adventures while giving newcomers a clear, approachable path through the early history of Hyrule-inspired Dragon Quest worlds.
Take this!
A new ally, the Princess of Kanak, joins the party. The legend is told again, even greater than before.
The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026, bringing players into the expansive world of Philabildia, a land threatened by beast tribes and ancient mysteries. Players control Elliot, a young adventurer, accompanied by his fairy companion Faye, as they explore ruins, forests, and towns, uncovering a story that spans centuries. Combat is real-time and dynamic, allowing Elliot to wield a variety of weapons such as swords, bows, chains, and sickles, each customizable with Magicite to adapt to different strategies. Faye provides support both in battle and in exploration, helping players reach new areas or gain an advantage against foes. The game emphasizes strategic engagement with enemies, careful navigation of environments, and discovery of hidden secrets. With a focus on character progression, weapon upgrades, and cooperative interactions with allies, The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales offers a rich action RPG experience designed to appeal to fans of classic adventure games on Nintendo Switch 2.
To find the playstyle that works for you. Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or two players can control.
Persona 3 Reload is set to launch on Nintendo Switch 2 on October 23, 2025, delivering a modernized take on the classic RPG experience. Players step into the role of a high school student who joins SEES, a group dedicated to combating mysterious entities known as shadows during the enigmatic Dark Hour. The game blends daily life simulation with dungeon exploration and turn-based combat, allowing players to manage school life, friendships, and character development alongside challenging battles. Combat is strategic, emphasizing the use of abilities, elemental weaknesses, and cooperative tactics with party members. The game also features updated visuals and audio, giving both newcomers and returning fans a polished experience. Multiple editions are planned, including a digital deluxe edition with an art book and soundtrack, and a digital premium edition that adds an expansion pass with additional content. With its combination of social simulation and tactical dungeon exploration, Persona 3 Reload offers an engaging and immersive journey on the Switch 2.
You're kidding, right? Yes, you certainly wouldn't be so stupid.
Are you saying everyone will die?
You did this!
Death is nothing to be afraid of.
It doesn't matter if you're not afraid. It's not the point.
As sad as I am to hear it, I always...
Octopath Traveler 0 is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 on December 4th, 2025. Bringing a fresh chapter to the acclaimed HD 2D series, the game follows a story of revenge and restoration as players work to rebuild their hometown after its destruction. Journeying across a richly detailed world, players can recruit up to 30 companions, each with unique abilities and personal stories that influence both combat and exploration. The battle system has been enhanced to support an 8-character party with front and back row positioning, adding strategic depth to turn-based combat. Town building mechanics allow players to construct and customize their base with buildings, crops, and decorations, giving a personal touch to their adventure. With fully voiced characters and expanded backstories, the narrative is immersive, balancing emotional depth with tactical gameplay. The Switch 2 version, alongside releases on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC, promises a polished and engaging journey for both returning fans and newcomers to the series.
Engage in new battles with parties of up to 8 characters.
We're in this together. Please and thank you!
Time to teach you a lesson. Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Pokémon Legends ZA is set to release on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 on October 16th, 2025, taking players back to the Kalos region with a focus on the iconic Lumio City during a major urban redevelopment. Players assume the role of a trainer stationed at Hotel Z, exploring the city by day and participating in ZA Royale battles by night. The game features a real-time combat system where positioning, timing, and strategic use of moves are essential, and Mega Evolution allows temporary transformations that influence battle tactics. Trainers can engage in side quests, uncover hidden areas, and interact with a wide variety of Pokémon throughout the urban and surrounding environments. Multiplayer options include the Battle Club mode for up to 4 players, supporting both casual and ranked matches. Customization has been expanded, letting players adjust their avatar's appearance more than ever before. With its blend of exploration, tactical combat, and social interaction, Pokémon Legends ZA promises a dynamic and immersive journey through Kalos for both longtime fans and newcomers alike.
Wild Pokémon, aim carefully, then throw a Pokéball. If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokémon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch. This game offers a style of
Kirby Air Riders is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 on November 20th, 2025, bringing the beloved Kirby series back to high-speed aerial racing. Players can choose from a variety of characters from the Kirby universe, each with unique abilities, and pilot different vehicles across expansive, colorful courses. The game features multiple modes, including Air Ride, where racers compete to cross the finish line first, and an expanded city trial mode that lets up to 16 players explore, collect power-ups, and prepare for mini-game showdowns. Controls have been simplified with a dual-button scheme, allowing for easy pick-up and play while still offering depth for mastering tricks and timing. Players can engage in both solo and online multiplayer experiences, racing against friends or AI in dynamic environments filled with obstacles and surprises. With a mix of strategy, speed, and charming visuals, Kirby Air Riders promises accessible and entertaining gameplay, combining the joy of exploration with fast-paced competitive racing on the Switch 2.
And oh my god, it just looks really great. We'll also just talk about the visuals, because wow. But yeah, I got to learn how to do the turn, because in this game you don't accelerate with the A button, you just go. In the original Kirby Air Ride, you only used one button, and that was to stop, and then you could turn, and then when you let go, you...
Little Nightmares 3 is set to release on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 on October 10th, 2025, continuing the eerie puzzle platforming journey that has defined the series. Players step into the roles of Low and Alone, 2 new protagonists navigating the mysterious and unsettling world of the Spiral. The game supports solo play with an AI companion or online co-op with a friend, allowing both characters' unique abilities, Low's bow and arrow and Alone's wrench, to be used strategically to solve puzzles and overcome obstacles. Environments range from dark urban landscapes to bizarre twisted locations like Necropolis and Candy Factory, each filled with challenges and strange inhabitants. The Switch version is optimized for smooth performance at 30 frames per second, supporting both docked and handheld modes with load times under 20 seconds. Additional content is available in the Deluxe Edition, including costumes and downloadable packs, while pre-orders grant access to the Dark 6 costume set. With its combination of atmospheric exploration, puzzle solving, and cooperative gameplay, Little Nightmares 3 offers a suspenseful and engaging experience for Switch players. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 in winter 2025, bringing the reimagined world of Midgar to Nintendo's latest console. Players step into the shoes of Cloud Strife, a mercenary drawn into a battle against the oppressive Shinra Corporation, navigating a city filled with intrigue, danger, and memorable characters. The game combines real-time combat with strategic elements, allowing players to seamlessly switch between party members, use abilities, and plan attacks against formidable enemies. This version includes Episode Intermission, where players experience Yuffie Kisaragi's daring mission in the same richly detailed city, adding additional layers to the story. Optimized for the Switch 2, the game runs at a stable frame rate, with visuals designed to match the original console version while maintaining smooth performance. With its deep narrative, tactical combat, and immersive environments, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade promises an engaging RPG journey for both returning fans and newcomers on the Nintendo Switch 2. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is set to release on Nintendo Switch 2 in late 2025, continuing the saga of intergalactic bounty hunter Samus Aran. Players explore the mysterious jungle planet of Vuros, uncovering ancient ruins and confronting a resurgence of the space pirates, while facing the formidable bounty hunter Sylux. The game is presented in a first-person perspective combining exploration, puzzle solving, and combat. Samus gains new psychic abilities, enabling her to manipulate environmental elements and adjust the trajectory of her beams, adding tactical depth to encounters and puzzles alike. The Switch 2 version is optimized for performance, supporting up to 4K resolution at 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second at 1800p, while Joy-Con 2 controllers offer precise aiming controls. As players progress, they navigate a richly detailed world, uncover hidden secrets, and encounter both familiar and new adversaries. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond delivers a balanced mix of atmospheric exploration and strategic combat, appealing to longtime fans and newcomers alike.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted...
Those are the 15 upcoming games I'm most excited about for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. From classic JRPGs getting modern makeovers to brand new adventures, there's something here for every type of gamer. Which games are you most looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.